Now, have you ever woken up and thought, what's the point? What's the point of this job? What's the point of this business I've built? What is the point? And some of you might be thinking, I thought that yesterday. I thought that this morning. And if you're a very introspective person, you probably say, well, why am I feeling this way? Maybe it's burnout. Maybe it's the seasons changing, seasonal depression. Maybe it's something like that. And it could be some of those things. But I believe that when you have something that is that deeply entrenched into the core of who you are, burnout is probably one of the last things you might want to check. Might be an indication that you need to reconnect to your purpose. You're not burned out. You're just disconnected from your purpose. Purpose is that spark that makes work meaningful and not just a paycheck. And we all have those moments in our career where we might lose that spark, or we might feel like things just aren't as shiny and bright as they used to be. I've been there. I mean, one day I was in the office and a thought just popped into my head. Is this it? And I was looking around. Beautiful accommodations, nothing really to complain about. But is this it? Just come and do this process? Is this it? I was just feeling blah. And so I went to work trying to discover what was happening inside of me so that I could correct that energy, because you have to want to correct your energy so that you could be more productive, so that you can be more confident, so that you can show up as the best version of you that you can be. And so I did some thinking. And after I did my own introspection, I called my mom just to tell her what was going on with me and to talk through some things. And she said to me, "You have to think about your purpose, son." And I laughed to myself and I looked at my phone and I said, this is what I do. But she was right. Because sometimes you can be so in something that you forget to remind yourself of the thing that you remind people of all the time. You have to think about your purpose. And in that instance, that was the magic pill I needed. Without purpose, performance slips and people check out emotionally. I was checking out. I checked out emotionally, and by simply remembering my purpose, it helped me to think about the greater goal, because that's where we have to keep our mind fixed. As we mature, life is going to constantly throw things at us at every phase of our lives. We're going to experience loss. We're going to experience change. But the one constant we have to keep pulling ourselves back to is purpose. Because the purpose helps to get us back into the emotional state that we need to be in order to be the best human being that we can be while we are doing. And so when I feel down, I know it's usually a few things. Either there's a loss of focus and or purpose, or a lack of organization. And so, for example, if my home is a mess, you better believe that impacts my mind, my mood, and I find it challenging to operate in disorganization. And so I have to ensure that my external environment maps how I want to feel internally. But when I'm already feeling a way and my external environment is already beautiful and organized in the way I want it to be, that's when I have to check that purpose pulse. I have to say, am I connected? Reconnecting to purpose is the thing that reignites energy and creativity and confidence. When you know where you're going, it creates a different type of confidence inside of you. Have you ever went to go get something to eat and just said, I don't know where I'm going? You're a little less confident than when you know, ooh, I can't wait to get there. I'm going to get the number 3 and I'm going to tear it up when I get home. You have purpose. And in this life, you've got to get really real with your purpose in every area of your life. I don't care if it's your health. I don't care if it's your spiritual life. I don't care if it's your work. You have to get really real with your purpose because it connects you to a meaning that you've created for yourself and not that somebody else has given to you. That's your empowerment. So when you feel stuck, ask yourself, what are my feelings telling me? How does that get me closer to my goal? And why is that goal important to me? And those questions will help guide you to a better place of being and help to guide you towards reconnecting with your purpose. So what are your next steps? I want you to write one sentence this week. Just one. My purpose at work is to blank. And I want you to write it so that you feel it. And after you write it so that you feel it, I want you to keep it visible, keep it posted. Make it the first thing you see when you sit down. My purpose at work is to blank. Let it guide you to spend your energy in the right areas so that when you feel stuck, you look at that statement and you're reminded about who you are and why you're there. And you're able to easily answer the question about, is this it? You'll say, no, there's so much more. There's so much more for me to do.